Hey everyone, today on People Now, Jerry Falwell Jr. denies allegations of a sexual relationship between himself, his wife, and a pool attendant. We have all the bombshell details. Honoring Kobe Bryant on what would have been his 42nd birthday. We'll tell you how the city of LA, fans, and family are paying tribute. Chandler Powell shares a heartfelt message to Bindi Irwin as the two continue to celebrate their baby on the way. Also today, an expert gives us tips for the best skincare now that wearing a mask is part of everyday life. And it is never too soon to celebrate National Dog Day. We're doing that and so much more coming up today on People Now. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to People Now. I'm Jeremy Parsons here in New York. Happy Tuesday. It is August 25th, which means one thing. It is my wedding anniversary. Woo! 13 years with my beautiful wife, Tara. Happy anniversary, babe. Love you so much. And I know that you guys are celebrating with us, at least in your hearts. Thank you for doing that. There's so much to get to today. Here's what you need to know and what's trending. Kobe Bryant is being immortalized outside the Staples Center in Los Angeles. City Council person Herb J. Wesson Jr. tweeted on Monday that a section of the roadway outside of the arena will be renamed Kobe Bryant Boulevard. A local politician wrote that Bryant's legacy is bigger than basketball and that the namesake will inspire citizens to live by the late NBA star's MAMBA mentality, saying this: Kobe Bryant Boulevard will be a reminder to everyone, young and old, who drive down it, there is no obstacle too big, and that with the MAMBA mentality, anything is possible. The street naming is one of many ways organizations and individuals have been honoring Bryant's legacy after he was killed in a helicopter crash back in January. Orange County in California, where he lived before his death, recently voted to make August 24th officially Kobe Bryant Day. The date was chosen because during his 20-year career with the Lakers, Bryant wore numbers 8 and 24 on his jersey. He made his debut with the Lakers in 1996 after being drafted straight from high school and spent his entire career with that team. The Lakers also marked the date on Monday by wearing the black MAMBA jersey during their playoff game against the Portland Trail Blazers. According to the LA Times, the jersey was designed in part by Bryant himself. The outlet reports that the snake print jersey features black interior patterns with 16 stars. That's not all, though. The Lakers inadvertently honored Bryant again at the start of the game with a 24-8 lead. On Sunday, what would have been Bryant's 42nd birthday, Nike kicked off what they're calling MAMBA Week with an inspiring commercial. The athletic company is also donating $1 million towards the MAMBA and Mambacita Sports Foundation in honor of Bryant and his daughter Gianna, who along with 7 others was also killed in that crash. Bryant's wife, Vanessa, also honored her late husband's birthday on Sunday by writing an emotional Instagram post along with a photo of the two. She wrote in part, "I love you and miss you more than I can ever explain. I wish you and Gigi were here to celebrate you. I wish I could make you your favorite food or a birthday cake with my Gigi." She went on to list all the things she misses about Bryant and also wrote, quote, "Thank you for loving me enough to last several lifetimes. In every lifetime, I would choose you. Thank you for showing me what real love is. Thank you for everything." Jerry Falwell Jr., who officially resigned as Liberty University's president Monday night, is speaking out to deny that he and his wife had together been sexually involved with a pool attendant they befriended in Miami. Falwell described claims about the affair as an extortion plot of increasingly threatening behavior straight out of the Glenn Close film Fatal Attraction. But that pool attendant, Giancarlo Granda, tells a different story and says he has text messages, phone calls, and photos to back up his claims. Falwell had been on a leave of absence from Liberty since earlier this month after he posted a photo on social media showing him with his arm around his wife's assistant and his pants undone. The photo has since been deleted from his Instagram. Then this week, details of that alleged affair broke open. Speaking with Reuters, Granda explained how he developed an intimate relationship with Falwell's wife, Becky, stretching from 2012 to 2018, also claiming that Falwell himself, quote, enjoyed watching from the corner of the room. Reuters reported that Granda provided evidence, which he said corroborated his sexual allegations. Granda was 20 years old when he first met the Falwells and claims he would meet up with them multiple times per year at hotels in Miami and New York, as well as at their home in Virginia. His Reuters interview was published on Monday, but knowing it was coming, Falwell pushed back in a statement given to the Washington Examiner on Sunday. In it, he denied the claim of an affair involving both him and his wife, saying Becky was the one who had cheated. Falwell did not name Granda in that statement, but referred to a hotel employee exactly like him. According to Falwell, the couple overcame that indiscretion and actually went on to grow close to Granda, his family, and his friends. Falwell then claimed to the Examiner that Granda became increasingly angry and aggressive and began threatening to publicly reveal this secret relationship with Becky unless the Falwells, quote, agreed to pay him substantial monies. The Examiner claims Falwell's team provided emails and texts to corroborate his side of the story. Meanwhile, Granda has denied the allegation of blackmail, adding, quote, "The whole truth will come out." There is so much more to this story. You can head to people.com for more on what both sides have to say about these allegations. Bindi Irwin's husband, Chandler Powell, is opening up about his excitement over expecting his and Bindi's first child. The professional wakeboarder posted a sweet selfie on Monday with his wife. He captioned the snapshot, quote, "I married my best friend. We recently found out our family's growing, and we spent the past few weeks helping research crocodiles on the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve in far north Queensland. Every day is incredible with my beautiful wife." That does sound like an incredible adventure. The love-filled post comes just weeks after the couple announced their pregnancy. Bindi wrote on Instagram in part, "Baby wildlife warrior due 2021. Chandler and I are proud to announce that we're expecting. It's an honor to share this special moment in our lives with you. We couldn't wait to share the news as this beautiful little being has become the most important part of our lives. Your support means the world to us." The couple's pregnancy announcement came a few months after they were married on March 25th. Irwin told People of her wedding at the time, quote, "Even if it wasn't by the book perfect, it was our perfect." Their intimate ceremony was attended by just 3 guests, including Irwin's mother, Terry, and brother, Robert, as well as lots of animals, because of course. All right, stay with us. We're gearing up for National Dog Day with world-renowned animal trainer Brandon McMillan. Plus, Gavin Rossdale is opening up about dad life and his new music featured on Bush's latest album, The Kingdom. Stick around.
I am Dr. Sheila Nazarian. I am a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
I'm Nurse Jamie. I'm an aesthetics nurse specialist.
We're doing surgical, non-surgical, a mix of both. Everyone has something about themselves that they don't like physically.
I am looking to get my implants taken out.
Our goal is for people to feel good in their own skin.
The new Netflix original Skin Decision Before and After is not your typical makeover show. Skin and beauty expert nurse Jamie Sherrill and plastic surgeon Dr. Sheila Nazarian use the latest procedures to bring out their clients' best selves. Entertainment and lifestyle reporter Jillian Lopez talked with nurse Jamie about that show, the special transformation she's been a part of, and how she determines what's surgical and non-surgical.
You know, I think that the stories are really inspiring, and I think it's more than just a makeover show. It's kind of transformational. I'm really grateful for it, and the show came out very positive and uplifting, and we're getting calls at the spa that people that want to be contestants for next season, and it's been a great experience, and I feel like a better person for it.
So when a client comes in and wants something done, how do you determine what's surgical and what's not surgical?
When patients come in, the first thing they ask is what's new. So we try to do a thing showing all the new technology, but then the second thing they ask, at least for me, is should I just get a surgery? Because maybe they've done Botox and lasers for a while and they're like, forget this, maybe I should just go under the knife. So this show kind of answers that question. As a subplot, we kind of debate whether it's better to do surgical or non-surgical.
Now that face masks are being used regularly, Nurse Jamie emphasizes the importance of skincare, especially now.
I mean, I have the uplift roller, which I was actually just doing right before we got on Zoom, but I love this. I'm a big fan of massage. You know, with the pandemic, I call it over-exfoliation nation, where people might be over-cleansing, especially like with the mask and getting acne from that.
Nurse Jamie also filled Jillian in on what treatments and tools are popular right now.
So body contouring, warm sculpting, and the M-Sculpt, like body treatments are in right now because people are just, they're not wearing the clothes with the cutouts, and they're not getting out of their PJs and their pajamas. And so I think, my clients, everyone's kind of coming in for body stuff now, and the at-home beauty tools are kind of the thing for the face.
Be sure to tune in to Skin Decision Before and After. It's streaming right now on Netflix.
All right, everybody. August 26th is National Dog Day. We love celebrating it here on People Now. Amazon Pets and Amazon Treasure Truck is hosting a free virtual event on the day called Positive Impact. Very clever. To tell us more about the event, we are joined by world-renowned animal trainer Brandon McMillan. Hello, Brandon. How's it going?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I love your little friend there. Who is this?
This is Lulu. She is the queen of the household. I always say it's her house. I just live in it. But in her mind, it's her world. We all just live in it.
Yeah, I'm living in her world too. I hear that you can only hold her a certain way or she gets agitated, right?
Yeah, if I hold her normally, like where she, her body is like more facing down, she would after a couple minutes she'll start just like squirming out of my arms. So when I hold her like this, she's like a little burrito possum.
Well, she's adorable. So thank you so much for bringing her onto the interview. Give us the details about Positive Impact. I think this is such a great idea. So what can people expect?
Well, Positive Impact is a celebration of dogs. It happens on National Dog Day, and so we're celebrating shelter pets. You have to remember, dogs were domesticated 15,000 years ago, and they have helped humanity. They've helped us thrive as human beings. So this is the best way so we can celebrate them of what they've done for us as a culture. And shelter dogs, what people don't realize is there's about 1 million shelter dogs that are euthanized every year because they can't find homes. This is not happening in some far-off place we never heard of. It's happening right here in every big city and small town right in America. So it's an epidemic right under our noses that we don't even know about.
Yeah, and so you're trying to bring awareness to this event. Tell us about the sports figures and other pet influencers who are going to be a part of the event.
Well, there's going to be lots of pet influencers, sports figures. There's going to be all kinds of dog tricks, dogs doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It might be a surfing dog. There might or might not be a surfing dog. We're going to be shining a spotlight on how just how amazing dogs are, the cool stuff they can do.
Yeah, and dogs and their owners have these amazing bonds. We actually are dealing with a dog that's a little sick right now, and it's just, you wish that they could talk to you and tell you what's wrong, but just like everything with their eyes. Like, why do you think this bond between dogs and their owners is so special?
Because, humans and dogs, we've been coexisting now for thousands of years, ever since we domesticated them from the wild. There's a reason we chose to domesticate the dog and not most other animals. We saw the dog was an asset to us, and the dog saw that we were an asset to them. And so we formed this bond long ago. We're just seeing the effects of it in modern day times. And now this is why we have service dogs, therapy dogs, emotional support animals. These are not new things. These dogs have been helping us for thousands of years. How do you think dogs have been helping people dealing with the social distancing and isolation? Well, you have to remember, a lot of people, they live alone. And so like I was just saying, dogs, they provide emotional support to us. They give us a friend when no one else is there. A lot of us, we're quarantined and we have no choice but to be alone. So if you have a dog, it's actually a big help. Dogs have been proven through studies and research to lower stress. It's different for dogs because now all of a sudden their owners are home all the time, so they're becoming more attached. So do you have any tips for people that are going back to work to kind of ease your dog into the new reality of then going back to not being around all the time? Yeah, great question. I've been talking about this a lot lately. So I tell a lot of people, if you've got a dog during this shutdown, you don't want to give the dog the false impression that you're going to be around 24/7, because one day in the very near future, we're all going to get back to work, and now your dog's going to be alone for maybe several hours of the day. So I tell people to avoid potential separation anxiety. Start acclimating your dog to being alone. Start it off with 20 minutes, then go to 45, and then an hour and a half. And so start leaving your dog alone for small increments of time, because you don't want it to be a shock to their system one day. You get back to work and you're gone for several hours of the day. So you have this wonderful sleeping princess, and then you also have another personal dog, right? Yeah, I've got a failed service dog. He was actually in training to become a service dog for someone with physical disabilities. And so he has a major squirrel chasing habit, and rabbits and everything else, rats, you name it. So I had to obviously fail him, because that would be a disaster in the making. You're also involved in the Argus Service Dog Foundation. So what do they do and how do you help them? So the Argus Service Dog Foundation, we created 7 years ago now. And at the time, there were a lot of service members in the military coming back, and they stepped on what we call IEDs, improvised explosive devices. They were coming back as amputees. So we would train these dogs to assist them physically. So you can use the dog as a brace or like a cane, and you can help yourself up and down stairs. You can actually have the dog retrieve items from around the house: keys, sunglasses, your hat, your cell phone. So the dogs physically assist these people. Now, over the years, we branched out. Now we train these service dogs to help everybody with physical conditions. I don't care if you're a veteran, not a veteran. You could be a kid with autism. So, and the best part about the foundation is we rescue all these dogs. These dogs are not bred. We find them all in shelters or rescues, and that's how we acquire our dogs. Before you go, can you share with us some of your 7 common commands and some training tips? Because I know you have these they're honed in. Okay, so I call my training system the 7 Common Commands training system. I call it that because I really believe that when you train a dog, less is more. I don't believe in training a dog to do 50 things. I believe in training a dog to do 7 commands. And those 7 commands are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, no. I don't do a lot of tricks because tricks are not what keeps the dog out of a shelter. I teach obedience because obedience is the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of a dog's education. You only teach tricks after the dog has basic obedience.
Yeah, what is the coolest trick that you've taught a dog?
I've taught a dog to do backflips.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. You're probably going to find 5 dogs in the world that have ever been able to do that. What else? All kinds of agility.
Have you taught a dog to ride a horse? Because we've done that.
Really? No, I have not done that. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd want to.
We have really tame horses, and we have really great dogs. So we've gotten them to like sit on the horse, and no dogs were hurt. It was like really easy, but it's actually like pretty impressive.
Oh, really? What kind of dog?
We have Australian Shepherd.
Oh, they're so smart.
Border Collie and Blue Heeler. Yeah.
Okay, you just named the 3 smartest dogs on the planet. You literally just named the 3 smartest in the world. Yeah.
They are very smart. Yeah. Congratulations on everything that you have going on, and thank you so much for bringing Lulu here. She's so sweet.
She just woke up from a nap, I think. So halfway through our conversation.
Thank you, and everyone, you can join Positive Impact by going to Amazon.com/Positive Impact at 1 p.m. Eastern on August 26th.
Gavin Rossdale and his band Bush are back with their 8th studio album, The Kingdom, which is available right now. Andrea caught up with Gavin about his new music and finding ways to rock out from home. Watch.
So congratulations on your 8th studio album, The Kingdom. Is it surreal to you sometimes that you've had 8 studio albums? That's pretty incredible.
It is, and like I made a solo record and I did another band called Institute in the middle. That all should have been Bush, really, because it's mainly the same people. So I should have done 10 with them, but I'll take the 8, and it's beautiful.
When you look back, how do you think you and your band have evolved since your very first album?
Everybody became American.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Literally, home of the brave. So we just, I mean, for me, it's just loving so much what we do, and even though we can't play live, obviously at the moment, that's on hold as life generally is, but it's such a beautiful way to live and to sort of express yourselves and travel around the world and play to people like that. And so to have this attention, to have a record that's kind of resonates so much with people, that's sort of the funny bit, whatever number it is. Just like the weird thing, calling it The Kingdom, and it really fits for these times, and just power to the people and all the kind of stuff we're going through.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's also been really fascinating kind of watching how artists are promoting their work during the pandemic. Obviously a whole slew of obstacles here, but Bush did something very interesting. You celebrated the album release with a full production virtual arena show, which helped raise nearly $25,000 for When We All Vote. Then you matched contributions for a total donation of $50,000. So that's amazing. How'd you pull it off, and what was the highlight of that experience?
Yeah, it's not the best business moves ever. Like, do a big show to make money to give away, and then the money you give away, you match it, double it. It's like the business manager's like, I'm hyperventilating. But it's a really good thing to do. We really wanted to do this. It was amazing. It was like doing a TV show, I think, because everyone's in their masks. It was all socially distant, and it just was very intense. And the stage, we could use the walls, the ceiling, the floor, everything. It was just wild being in these sort of like futuristic bubbles of creativity. And we hadn't played in so long, so I looked at my set list and I looked down for the set we did, and it was quite long. It was like, you get a really big bowl of pasta, and you've eaten it, you look down, it's still full. You're like, man, I thought I'd really taken this on. That's what the set list was like. I was like, oh man, there's so many songs to do, but got through it, and it was really good fun. And we knew people were watching,
Yeah, and
but to do it into nothing,
Mm-hmm. Prior to the pandemic, did you take your kids on tour with you? I mean, was that something that you would do?
Yeah, to try and, of course, especially in North America, so they would be with the summer with me. Like actually tonight, I was meant to be somewhere in America, North America. I was playing. I saw someone's ticket. Someone on Instagram was like, "Oh, that's where I was meant to be tonight." But I love having them out on the road, and they all love it now. There was a time when it was a little imbalanced, and one was really into his phone, but now that one is now an amazingly talented singer-songwriter himself, and so he just wants to be on the road the whole time. So
Yeah,
I think they're not leaving much.
All right, everyone, coming up tomorrow, Emmy-winning journalist Carlos Watson tells us all about his new talk show. Plus, we'll have all the top stories and exclusive celeb interviews from this week's new issue of People. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.